Hello, this is the Trade Site US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday, the 5th of August, ending Friday, the 9th of August, 2019. We will have only one more week before options expiration already. That was quick because the third Friday is only on the 16th. So it is what it is. I held off doing this until Sunday evening because I suspected we might see a gap in the market. And as I'm posting this Sunday evening, the futures are showing an S&P gap down 36 points and the NASDAQ 120. So we're going to be a big gap in the market. That's probably going to ruin most of the plays you would have expected to find. But let's go through because this is really important. Once again, our signals have given us the correct information. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. And as you can see, we had a 13 sell signal 3.5 weeks ago now, and we've never broken the risk line, that pink line from that 13 sell signal. And then we sold off sharply this week, and now we're going to gap down tomorrow. Isn't that interesting? We'll see what that turns into, but so far that signal is correct. So let's go through the daily charts of everything, and then we'll talk about the intra-week action and go from there. So here's crude oil down 71 cents to 56.31. So oil's not really moving up right now, and this is that time of year where you get summer heat and all the air conditioning plus the potential hurricanes starting especially in August. So usually crude oil is on the rise, and it hasn't been. It was higher back in April and whatever, so it's interesting to see that. Gold up $7.30. That's a new closing high for a long time on gold. S&P cash index on Friday lost 21.51, and again, the 13 sell signal there right on the money. So perfect. NASDAQ 100 down 100.35 on Friday, and remember, it's gapping down more than that Monday morning. The SOX down 23.55. So it is what it is. It's approaching a static trend line, a red static trend line. The biotech's down 43.23. This thing has gone nowhere all year. It's in the low half of the range since January 1st. The Russell 2000 down 17.1, and that's also in the lower half with a very flat range. Remember, it used to be as go banks and biotech, so goes the market, plus the small caps often lead. The biotechs and the small caps have done nothing all year. And so the rise in the market has been all in a couple of stocks, the big tech stocks, as usual, nothing else. We had a 13. This is so amazing because the VIX doesn't tend to get 13 buy signals on the secret buy signals on the daily chart. And we had one back in March that eventually led to that risk line there was so important, led to the pop that then led to the decline in the market. But here we got one just a few weeks back, even after the 13 sell signal on the broad market. We got it after that, and now the VIX has spiked, and that's giving us the decline. The trend closes at 1.34. That's high. Puts the 10-day at 1.20, which doesn't really matter for us. The NASDAQ volume is 2.2 billion shares, which is finally up. So the volume's been up. Once again, this has been happening over the last year. The down days, the volume's up. The up days, the volume is not very major. So kind of significant because when we sell on volume. And when we rise on nothing. NASDAQ advanced decline ratio, negative 1,053. Advanced decline ratio on the New York, negative 568. Google loses $15.46 after gapping up on earnings earlier in the week. Apple down 441. It had gapped up. But remember, there was a 13 sell signal there. Then it gapped up on earnings, but it never got the confirmation above the risk line. So that's still in place, and now it's down since the 13 sell signal. Netflix down 67 cents. Amazon down 32.08. Tesla up 49 cents. Facebook down $3.71. Goldman Sachs loses $2.23. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up $1.25. And there was a 13 sell signal here the other day, and it's shaking that off. It's pretty interesting. So what that could mean is, I don't know. It means interest rates going lower is what it adds up to. The Dow down 98, but it's also gapping down way more than that overnight in the pre-market stuff. So that could be interesting. All right, in terms of in terms of the intra-week action, let's flip it to 10-minute candles. So Monday, little gap, basically a flat opening, but a little gap down, moved a little lower, and then dead flat all day. Tuesday, dead flat. Wednesday, flat until the Fed announcement, then shook. Thursday, tried to recover, got back to where we were before the Fed announcement, and then that was it. Plunged after that, plunged on Friday, and down heavily for the week. The NASDAQ side does not look much different. Although the interesting thing about the NASDAQ side is that if the Fed announcement's Wednesday, by Thursday midday, we were testing the highs of the week. And then we dropped, 350 points. So it is interesting to see. Very negative week in the markets, obviously, and it is what it is. But we've got some key economic data ahead. Monday, final services PMI at 9:45, ISM non-manufacturing PMI at 10, loan officer survey at 2 p.m. Tuesday, JOLTS job openings, IBD tip economic optimism number at some point during the day. Wednesday, crude oil inventories, 10-year bond auction, consumer credit at 3 p.m. Thursday, the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers, final wholesale inventories, natty gas, and 30-year bond auction, Friday PPI. None of our big numbers this week. We saw them all last week. We got the Fed out of the way. So you don't have the data to move you, but you already have the action to move you. And it looks pretty negative. So we'll see what we get. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading week.